Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out with the latest edition of Seconds Out FLEXpectations, direct to your living room or wherever you might be from old London town. We were outside the lovely Central St Giles Piazza, but unfortunately we were moved on by the local security who didn't want any of what we had to bring. So now we're in a bit of a back street. We were outside a contemporary art gallery, I believe it is, but we were asked to move on from there as well. No one likes us today, but like Millwall FC, we don't care. It's the only thing we share in common with Millwall FC. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. FLEXpectations, we're looking ahead, as we always do every Thursday, 4:30 PM at the boxing action to come. This weekend's become a bit of an anticlimax. Don't want to do it down too much, but after Oleksandr Usyk pulled out of his heavyweight debut with an injury, scheduled for this Saturday, not the injury, the debut, in Maryland in the US. Devin Haney has been elevated to main event. Great young prospect, definitely watch him against Antonio Moran. But it's not the card we were hoping for, although there's still some talent on there. Michael Hunter's fighting Fidel Maldonado. Filip Hrgovic, a very promising heavyweights on there as well, great amateur fighter. But yeah, you can expect kind of explosivity from Haney, but not a real competitive main event. I think he's a big favourite, and for good reason. Hunter Maldonado as well. I think Hunter should get the job done, probably inside distance, although Maldonado is dangerous. Back home though, here in the UK, Hughie Fury makes his comeback after I think 7 months out against Chris Norrad, unbeaten but largely untested Canadian lumberjack. Will we be saying timber at the end? I'm not sure. Judging from Fury's form, you never know whether he's going to be kind of devastating or more of a boxer on his toes. Great mobility, great talent. We haven't seen him since that abject defeat to Kubrat Pulev out in Sofia, Bulgaria, where he was cut badly quite early on and found it quite hard from there on in, but still showed mettle to last the distance against Pulev in what was an IBF final eliminator. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes back with. Peter Fury said in this week's Boxing News in the guest column that they've worked on a lot of noticeable flaws from that fight. He expects things to be better this time around, and that they've been working on stuff. Bear in mind, Hughie Fury, despite being a former British champion, former world title challenger, pushed Joseph Parker close, of course, is still only 24 years of age, which for a heavyweight is a baby, an embryo. You know, he's still got a lot of improving to do. He's one of the most experienced 24-year-olds on the planet. As you'll see from, I summed up the Hughie Fury's future, or tried to map out his future on the Seconds Out website. Not sure how aware people who watch Seconds Out as a channel are aware that we do have a website, SecondsOut.com. It's just been SSL certified, which probably means nothing to you, means a great deal to me. But you should tune in. We're putting original content up every day now. Cheap plug out the way, let's get back to the weekend's action. Hughie Fury, let's see what he's got to offer against the untested Chris Norrad. We expect him to come through that and then go on to bigger and better things, being broadcast live on Channel 5. The undercard will be on 5 Spike. The Maryland show that we talked about is a Matchroom USA show, so we'll be on DAZN in the US and we'll be on Sky Sports over here. Another show I should talk about is happening in the US. World title fight headliner sees Masayuki Ito defend his, I think it's the WBO super featherweight title against Jamel Herring. It's significant for no other reason at least than Jamel Herring is a forces man, and it's in the US it's on Memorial Day weekend. I think that's one of the reasons why Herring has been installed as a prohibitive 1-2 favourite last time I looked at the odds. If you want betting advice, go to our sister channel Sportsbet TV, but what I can say is that this is at best for Herring a 50-50 fight. So Masayuki Ito, I saw him at 13-8. That will probably move wider if more money goes on Herring, and also if the method of victory odds come out, Herring's very tough. Ito on points could be 2-1 or better. Definitely go for that. He looked great, upsetting for some people at least, Christopher Rodriguez in winning the title. Now goes up against Herring, who's a good fighter but has been found out before at quite a decent level. So if Ito can come over here, win again on foreign soil, it's in Florida like his win over Rodriguez was. You know, if you get 2-1 or better for that, it's definitely worth lumping on. What I'd like to hear from you guys is any other upsets that I failed to look at for this weekend, any underdogs that you feel have got a particularly good chance, and also what do you think will be the fight or performance of the weekend? Who have I missed, or what have I missed? I'm sure there's something, there always is. Let us know, and we'll see you next week, 4:30 PM for FLEXpectations, or if you want to see the review of the weekend's action, we'll be back Monday at 4:30 PM with Reflections. Always a pleasure, and from London town, I'll see you soon.